Welcome back to Important Updates. Global news without the noise. Subscribe to stay updated. Everybody is looking for the answer to one question. Who bought the first COMAC C929? This question echoed around the world when the news broke. The aviation industry was caught off guard. For years, two companies, Boeing and Airbus, have dominated the skies. Now, a new player from China has entered the race. Everyone wants to know which airline will take the bold step. Will it be a Chinese carrier, or will an international airline surprise us? The answer could change the future of flying. The C929's first sale is more than a business deal. It is a signal that the world of aviation is changing. A single purchase can start a chain reaction. If one airline trusts the C929, others may follow. This decision affects not just airlines, but travelers and economies across the globe. The person or company who bought the first C929 is making history. In this essay, we will explore how this sale happened and why it matters. We will look at the COMAC C929 itself, the buyer, and what this means for the future of flight. Let's dive in and see how one sale is turning the aviation world upside down. The COMAC C929 is a new long-range jet from China, designed to compete with Boeing and Airbus. It carries nearly 280 passengers, similar to a Boeing 787 or Airbus A350. Built with advanced materials and fuel-saving engines, it's efficient and modern. The C929 gives airlines a new choice, bringing more competition and innovation to the skies. For over 30 years, Boeing and Airbus have controlled the market for big passenger jets. Most airlines buy planes from just these two companies. This situation is called a duopoly. When only two companies compete, choices are limited and prices often stay high. The COMAC C929 changes this balance. Now, there is a third option for airlines. This could mean lower prices, faster innovation, and better service for travelers. Airlines will have more power to negotiate with all three companies. Why does this matter to you? When companies compete, you win. More competition means airlines can choose the best planes. This can mean quieter cabins, more comfortable seats, and better schedules. The C929 could push Boeing and Airbus to improve faster. People in the industry say this is the biggest change in aviation since the 1990s. Everyone is watching to see if COMAC can really compete. The first sale of the C929 is the first test. If it succeeds, the skies will never be the same. So, who bought the first COMAC C929? The answer surprised many in the business. It was not just a Chinese airline, as many expected. Instead, it was Turkish Airlines, a growing international carrier known for bold moves. This was a big risk, but also a big opportunity. Turkish Airlines has been expanding its network for years. They want to connect more cities and carry more passengers. The C929 fit their plans. The airline's leaders saw a chance to get a new plane before their rivals did. They ordered 12 C929s, making headlines around the world. This decision was not made lightly. Turkish Airlines sent teams of engineers and pilots to China to study the plane. They met with COMAC's designers, checked the manufacturing process, and even flew on test flights. They wanted to be sure the C929 was safe and reliable. When the deal was announced, the aviation world was stunned. Many experts called it a game changer. By buying the first C929s, Turkish Airlines sent a message. It trusts COMAC and believes in a world with more than two big airplane builders. Why did Turkish Airlines take the risk? Well, there are several reasons. First, they wanted to stand out. Being the first to fly a new plane can really attract attention. Passengers are curious about new planes, and this can bring in more business and boost the airline's image. Second, Turkish Airlines got a good price. When a company buys the first of something, the seller often offers discounts and special deals. COMAC wanted a big international customer to help prove the C929's value, and Turkish Airlines saw a chance to save money. Third, Turkish Airlines wanted to grow fast. The C929 is made for long flights, like Istanbul to New York or Istanbul to Beijing. With more planes, the airline can open new routes and fly more often, which helps them compete with other global airlines. Finally, Turkish Airlines liked the C929's new technology. The plane's engines use less fuel, which saves money and cuts pollution. The cabin is quiet and comfortable. For Turkish Airlines, being first was a smart bet on the future. Boeing and Airbus did not welcome the news. For years, they have competed mainly with each other. Now, they face a new challenger. When Turkish Airlines ordered the C929, both companies quickly sent their sales teams to Istanbul. Boeing offered to speed up deliveries of its 787 Dreamliner. Airbus promised special deals on the A350. Both companies want to keep Turkish Airlines as a customer. They also want to show other airlines that they are still the best choice. Industry analysts say this is just the beginning. If the C929 does well, more airlines will look at COMAC. Boeing and Airbus will need to work harder to keep their customers. This means better planes, better prices, and new ideas. The competition is good for the whole industry. It means faster progress and more choices. For Boeing and Airbus, the race just got a lot harder. For travelers and airlines, the future is looking brighter. How will the C929 change the flying experience? For most passengers, the differences will be subtle but important. The C929's cabin is quieter than many older planes. It has higher ceilings, bigger windows, and better air quality. Seats on the C929 are wider than on many other jets. Passengers will notice more space for their legs and bags. The lighting is softer, which helps with jet lag. New entertainment systems offer more movies, games, and music. Compared to the Boeing 787 and Airbus A350, the C929 promises lower noise and smoother rides. This is thanks to new engines and better wings. For business travelers, the C929's internet and power outlets make working in the air easier. The biggest change may be the price of tickets. If airlines save money with the C929, they may pass those savings to passengers. With more competition, travelers could see lower fares and more route choices in the future. The C929 is more than just a new airplane. It is a sign that the world is changing. Airlines now have 3 companies to choose from, instead of 2. This gives them more power when they negotiate prices and deliveries. With more choices, airlines can plan new routes. They can fly to more places and offer better service. For smaller airlines, the C929 offers a new way to grow and compete with bigger rivals. This could lead to more direct flights and fewer layovers. For countries like China, the C929 is a point of pride. It shows that they can compete with the best in the world. Other countries may start building their own planes too. This could make air travel even more diverse and exciting. In the end, the C929 is good news for everyone who flies. It brings more options, better technology, and a brighter future for air travel. The first sale of the COMAC C929 is just the beginning. As more airlines try this new plane, we will see bigger changes in the skies. Boeing and Airbus will improve their jets to stay ahead. COMAC will learn from its first customers and make the C929 even better. Travelers may soon have more choices than ever before. New routes, new planes, and lower prices could become the norm. The world will feel smaller as more people can afford to fly to new places. The C929 is a symbol of a new era. It shows that innovation can come from anywhere, not just from the traditional leaders. The skies are open and the race is on. The next time you board a plane, it might just be a COMAC. In the future, we may look back on the first C929 sale as the moment everything changed. The world is watching, and the journey has only just begun.